Ako naman si Reynaldo Delcoro, 23.
Nagrepresentar sa Barangay Malunggod,
Luna,
Rizal,
Himugaan Baybay,
kag Barangay Old Sagay. Dunang manggad aton pasalamatan, kabuhi sa mangroves aton tipigan. Tribo o Malurihimog. My advocacy is saving Sagay's mangrove. Sagay Marine Reserve is vital in our lives as Sagayon. It is not just a body of water. It is our source of food, livelihood, and protection. The health of our marine reserve directly affects fishing, tourism, and the overall well-being of our community. If we take care of our water and marine life, they will continue to provide for us. However, if we neglect them, the consequences will be devastating, not only for nature but also for those families who rely on these resources for survival. Our marine reserve is full of beautiful places, and one of that is the mangrove forest. These mangroves or trees are not just mere trees. They are These mangroves does not only support marine biodiversity, they also help fight climate change by absorbing large amount of carbon dioxide. If we destroy this, it will be harder for our local fishermen to sustain their daily catch. To preserve and protect this valuable resource, we must do our part. Fishermen should avoid or should adopt sustainable practices, and we must keep our water clean. Aton amdigan, aton protektahan, kay ini aton bahandi kag aton kaugmaon. Salamat.
Are you fond of using plastics on a daily basis? Such when you're drinking iced coffee or shopping at the malls or groceries, for instance. Now, what would you feel if I tell you that over 8 million tons of plastic waste are produced globally every year only to devastate our ocean? Well, if that doesn't concern you, let me ask you some questions. How many times have you seen plastics entangled in mangrove roots or bottles, sachets floating in the water? Have you seen a bird, a fish, or a sea turtle dying with plastics in their stomachs? How many of you here know about microplastics, that when digested by the fishes and crabs or fisher folks catches, which later ends up in our table, can damage our health? And most importantly, how many people do you know or have you seen ignore these realities and facts as if it's just part of life? Or are you one of them? Maayong hapon, I am Rain, a proud Sagayon, advocating for community action against plastic pollution and firmly believing that real change is possible through collective action. Our beloved Sagay City is a city where love for nature begins. Here we take pride of our marine reserve, our rich marine life and biodiversity, our mangrove forests, and our commitment to protecting the environment. However, despite our love for nature, plastics are everywhere in our communities. It clogs our rivers, pollutes our beaches, litter our community spaces, threatens our livelihood, tourism, health, and the very ecosystem that sustains us. Plastic is one of the greatest environmental threats of our time. It is a real issue, a real crisis, one that not just affects nature, but our human way of life and our future. Luckily, here in Sagay, our local government has implemented a crucial step to mitigate this crisis through the implementation or the enactment of City Ordinance number 2023-015, also known as Sagay City Single-Use Plastic Regulation Ordinance. We are proving that when a city truly loves nature, it acts to protect it. However, reality is that our laws nor our government cannot solve this problem alone. It takes all of us, the entire Sagayon community, men and women, young, adult, and children, to work hand in hand in creating a solution for this crisis. Through our humble efforts, let us continue to support and abide with our local environmental initiatives and ordinances. Together, let us abstain from using single-use plastics and use sustainable alternatives instead. Let us continue to practice sustainable. Let us continue to practice solid waste management and disposal. Let us continue to join our community clean and green initiatives such as tree planting activities and and let us also support local businesses that exhibit sustainable practices, and most importantly, let us continue to raise our awareness, use our voice to educate our families, friends, community members, and co-workers about the impacts of plastic pollution. We, Sagaynons, should be alarmed of this issue. It is a high time for us to hold on to our values, that we are a people that is pro-nature. So today, I urge all of you, my fellow Sagaynons, to truly hold on to your love for nature, because love is not just about words, it is an action. My fellow Sagaynons, together, let us break free from plastics. Kay basta Sagaynon, nature's champion. Madamo, gid nga salamat kag maayong hapon. Happy Fiesta, Sagay!
Norms that created by the festival. So, because of the festival, do you feel a stronger responsibility to care for the environment, or it is because that's what the community expects? Okay. Do you feel a stronger responsibility to care for the environment, or is it because that's what the community expects?
Diba, pag mga bata, dali mo naglabay sa tubang.
Mayong hapon sa liwat. Caring for the environment has been the principle of Sagay for many years. It has been from our core leaders. And I think celebrating Sinigayan Festival
Ginasunod gid ini sa mga tao, our responsibility as a Gaynon to protect our nature, our environment is really ara gini sa aton nga mga Sagaynon ang protektahan kag pangalagaan ang aton
Paminsan
na nature. So aton ini ang ligan, protektahan kay sa akon ginhambal amo ini ang aton bahandi kag kaugmaon. Thank you.